I am going to the interwebs and I'm going to type in dad hat and I'm going to hope that I get that same exact hat.
Yeah, but every time you search for anything, you always end up finding like you're gonna find some hat connected to a male romper somehow. It's gonna be like it's gonna be that hat, but it'll have like fabric that comes down and for some reason like straps under your crotch, and it's gonna be.
Listen, we're excellent at finding nonsense that everyone else needs to see.
I'm trying to remember what I typed in to get that male romper again. That collared male romper that was featured on my Twitter at Sam Without a Plan. I think I typed in ugly man pants, and then I think that's what you. Oh, ugly man shorts, because I told AJ that he should never wear shorts because men look ugly in them.
Listen, it's fucking.
I think it depends on the length of the short.
It's a fucking 100 degrees out, and she's out here saying, "I don't care. Don't wear shorts."
I think you should wear gold hot pants, honestly. Like, go for it. Like, really let loose. I'm saying the opposite of Sam. Like, really just go full Speedo town. Because I don't have to fucking look at you, so.
I know. I'm pretty sure I told you that it looks like stilts coming out of his shorts.
Oh, my God.
My shorts aren't, like, my shorts go to my fucking knees. They go, like, they're normal length shorts.
Oh, my God. He's on stilts.
Do I need to go change shorts and, like, put this just so you can see? Like, do I need to go put them on so you can, like, see what we're talking about here?
No.
Like, because.
No one needs to see.
No, this is not time for a fashion show, AJ.
No one needs to see your early 2001 PacSun shorts.
Turn this podcast around, all right?
Listen, I'm wearing my dad hat. I will turn this podcast around. Happy Monday. Welcome back to Minisode Monday. I hope your weekend was great.
Yeah.
It was, I hope so. It's been like every other day in quarantine.
I know.
Hot and sweaty.
She's like the wind.
God. It has been hot and sweaty, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been rough this week. It has.
I wonder if it's just going to be like a one week heat wave, and then we're all going to have a snow apocalypse.
Can it just be fall?
I know. I'm not a big fan of summer in general, so I'm already done mentally and emotionally.
Honestly, same. I'm not a huge fan of summer either.
I feel like I love the thought of summer, and it's usually in winter when I'm like, man, summer's great. And then summer gets there, I'm like, I don't know what season I like anymore. I don't think I like any season.
I like fall.
I think I hate them all.
Yeah.
I have a problem with all seasons.
Yeah, I have a bone to pick with all seasons.
Just move somewhere that doesn't have seasons at all, and then see how much you like it.
I lived in Florida for 5 years. That was too much.
Yeah, no, but that's not the season that I want. I'd rather it be winter all the time than summer all the time.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same. Or like late fall. Maybe not like maybe like freezing, but like just that nice temperature where you can just wear a hoodie and be comfortable.
So where is it 64 degrees year round? Where is that?
Astoria. I'm fucking telling you, Astoria.
So we all need to move to Oregon?
We're gonna make this sex cult. I mean commune. I mean
a very HOA. It's an HOA. It's a very upstanding gated community.
Wait, let's get a yurt.
A yurt?
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am, a yurt and me, ma'am.
Actually, I don't know what the fuck a yurt is. I think it's round, but I don't
it's
really
like
know.
a fucking tent thing.
Then let's not have a yurt. Can we have like a non-tent yurt?
Okay, sure. It just sounds like cabins, and I think we can work on that. Can we all just regular houses and call them yurts?
Right.
Well, moving on from the yurts.
Let's just buy a whole cul-de-sac and call it a cult.
The cul-de-sac?
The cul-de-sac. I like that.
Wow.
Everyone sucks here cul-de-sac.
Damn, now you need the dad hat.
Yeah.
With your mom cardigan. So what do you got for us today, Sushi?
Well. It's my week for... Wow, this is the third minisode? That's crazy. Yeah, that's insane. Okay, let's get this ball rolling. Am I the asshole for telling my wife's friend she's too old and ugly after she repeatedly asked my 19-year-old son to take off his shirt? He was getting uncomfortable. I feel like I don't even really need to read the body of this, but here we go.
Right?
So I'm super excited about this because just I found the same one and had thought this is gonna be perfect for a minisode. And when I said it, Sushie was like, "That's what I picked." So like it's just the cosmic energies are lined up.
It was destiny.
It's destiny.
It's destiny.
For
It was
the story
destiny.
to be told.
This
All
one's
right.
kind of wild.
All right,
This
I'm
one's
rubbing my
wild.
hands together. I'm really ready.
Okay, let's go. Buckle up. My family had a small get-together at my house. One of my wife's friends was over. She's unmarried, I think. She's 45, 47. We aren't too close to her since she lives pretty far away. She was over our house and she started complimenting my son. My son is 19. It starts off innocent, but as time goes on, it gets more and more crossing the line. When we were out on my deck, she starts telling my son to take his shirt off. What's the point of going to the gym if no one sees it? Like, I can hear her voice already.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You know, she's drinking fucking Pinot Grigio with 3 ice cubes in it. Take it off! Oh, God, I hate this woman. My son is visibly uncomfortable and tries to shut her down. She repeatedly is asking and is getting more aggressive with it. I interject and I'm like, "Hey, Kathy, I think you're a bit too old and ugly for my son."
Oh.
This got her upset real quick. And she excuses herself to the bathroom and starts crying. My wife goes to comfort her and then later she leaves. At the end of it, my wife is super angry with me for saying that. That I should have said, "Hey, Kathy, looks like you had too much to drink," or something else. I told my wife that Kathy, he keeps spelling her name differently, and it's funny to me. I don't know if that's intentional, but he spelled Kathy like 4 different ways.
He's covering his bases.
There he is.
He's like, "It's one of these." I told my wife that Kathy, by the way, this is not her real name. Oh, no, so he's just dumb. Okay.
Yeah.
Works a corporate job, so she's had training on this and knows better. And our son was uncomfortable. He's 18 plus, but he doesn't know how to deal with adults, let alone someone saying that in our house, which that makes sense. He's still like 19. That's still a child. Like legally, like you're a kid.
Yeah.
I told my wife flat out that if I was going to invite a guy friend over, he was asked to see our daughter in a bikini, my wife would have called the police. She says it's different. It's not.
It's not. No, it's not.
It's not fucking different. It's not different. I told her that I was way kinder to Kathy than I would have been had a guy said something like that to our daughter. And I told my wife that Kathy needs to apologize to my son before she can ever come to our house again. Overall, I think I was fair. If Kathy just said it once and I said that I'm sorry, this is grammar's a problem. If Kathy just said it once and I said that I think I would be the asshole, but the fact that she kept repeating it, that's why I said it. I wanted her to get the message that, yes, I am upset, and that's why I included the ugly part, because it's gross, and it doesn't matter if you're a woman. Fucking pedophilia. I mean, I guess it's not being a pedophile because he's 19, but it's gross. Like, he still has a child body and brain.
Yeah, like you're crossing
it's
a fucking
barely
line.
legal. It's fucking weird. It's crossing a line, and he was uncomfortable. Like,
This is also like your friend's son in their home.
Yeah.
Calm the fuck down, Kathy.
Calm down, Kathy, with your Pinot Grigio or white Zinfandel. Like, stop it. You're gross. It's a child. It doesn't matter if he's legal. And this shit happens to men too, and it fucks with their psyche also. Just because you're a man doesn't mean you can't be sexually harassed or feel, unsafe in your own home. And he probably felt unsafe in his own home because this lady's getting fucking rapey. Kathy, reel it in.
But not only that, he probably also didn't want to say anything because it is his parents' friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure that was probably even more like he felt like he couldn't say anything at that point. So, oh my God. Is that the whole story? Is that everything?
That's the whole story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, at first I was thinking, okay, maybe he could have put it a different way, but no, she kind of deserved that because she wouldn't fucking stop. She was drunk, she was out of control, and you know what?
Crossing the line.
She crossed the line, and I don't care that she went to the bathroom and cried, and I think that it's justified that you can't come back into my house until you apologize to my son. I think
me for disrespecting me in front of my child, and he was trying to protect his child.
Yeah, I think that if they even want to mend this at this point, since it seems like they're not even really that close, because he doesn't even know if she's married. They're not close enough that he doesn't even know if she's married. But you definitely, if you want to mend this, Kathy needs to apologize to everyone. She was out of line.
I want to know why the mom thinks it's different. That's what I'm like.
It's not different.
It's not different.
Right. It's not
like
different.
I'm stuck on that because I do hate that mentality of like, oh no, it's different. Like no, it is definitely not different. And
it's definitely not different.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. It's a grown ass adult, who is well beyond the age of knowing better.
Yeah.
Fucking being inappropriate to a child. Like 19, you're still a fucking child. Like you were a kid. You're a fucking kid. You're still living at home.
Still on your parents' insurance. You're a kid.
Right. So yeah, there is no difference there, and I think he made a good point. Like if it was one of his dude friends doing this to their 19-year-old daughter, like the mom or whomever would be like, oh, that's fucking disgusting. That's gross, and but that very much is a thing. You see this a lot where it's like, oh, like it's just women being, different. Like, no, it's people being gross is what it is. Like,
right. I also think there's this weird like fantasy of like the cougar and it being like a sexy thing, and it's still predatory and abusive and disgusting. I mean, it's the same shit.
Look at like even like you see this shit in shows and movies and shit all the time. Like they'll have the line of like all the fucking like moms at the pool and they're waiting for the fucking new lifeguard to walk by, and the lifeguard's this 19-year-old kid and the moms are all sitting there with their fucking martinis and shit, and it's like that shit is like made into a normal thing in like television and like pop culture, but it's just gross. Like it's just this gross,
really
fucking
gross
thing that like for some reason people are more accepting of women being predatory to young men than it's just, I don't get it.
It's
fucking
still
gross.
not okay. It's not okay. No, and I feel bad for the kid. He's still a little kid. It's a resounding 67% of not the asshole. 28% of the people said everyone sucks here, and I don't agree with that. He was just trying to protect his child, and maybe he like was a bit aggressive, but he was probably drinking too. And not that alcohol excuses your behavior, but like at the end of the day, how he felt came out.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and honestly, like people could argue like, oh, well, he didn't need to put in the ugly comment or whatever. But at the same time, it's
why not though? Why not? Because she's just gonna keep doing the same shit to someone else's kid.
Yeah,
I guarantee it.
Exactly. Like it's just like at the end of the day, like who fucking cares? Like you cross the line with me, I'm gonna cross the line with you. You're fucking old and ugly. Stop talking to my kid.
I can kind of agree with that. Yeah, like tit for tat is not always appropriate, but in this situation where like.
It's your kid.
He was uncomfortable, and she said it more than once. Like, and to knock it off, like, what do you do?
And that's the thing too, is she did not realize that he was uncomfortable, and that is the issue here too. Is she was so far gone and continuing to like make these comments, and she couldn't tell that he was uncomfortable by this, and that's a fucking problem.
Or
she didn't
worse,
care.
she did know and didn't care.
Yeah.
It's one of the two.
Yeah.
Which is not good.
Nasty.
All right.
So yeah, definitely resoundingly no, he's not the asshole.
No, he's not the asshole.
Yeah.
That mom,
and
Jesus Christ.
The wife needs to like write that friendship off, because I wouldn't want to continue being friends with the person that's like, hey, take it off. Like, are you fucking serious? This isn't Chippendales. This isn't Magic Mike.
Yeah.
Stop this. That's a kid.
Yeah.
In his own house.
In his house.
That's my kid too. Like that's the thing is like.
Yeah.
I don't fucking like. It's not even like this is like, not that it makes it any better, but this isn't like some stranger of just like some people catcalling some fucking. This is like your friend's child in their home. Like,
yeah.
The gall of this woman.
You're right.
Absolutely. And I just feel like, I'm sure this has happened to Sam, but that has happened to me on the other side of like creepy men saying shit to me when I'm a child, and I'm like, ma'am, what? Did that come out of your mouth?
Yep.
It's very much in line with what we've talked about in earlier episodes about like the dads or the moms who are like, hey, your dad's friend Mitch is coming over, so you better not be wearing those shorts. And it's like, it's that same kind of shit, and it's like, why? Like,
you better put a bra on. I'm in my own house. I'm not putting a fucking bra on.
Yeah.
Mitch can take his own eyeballs out.
Yeah.
Mitch cannot come the fuck over.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know Mitch is this way, then don't let Mitch over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
Same with
if
Kathy.
that's your friend Mitch,
No
Mitch.
more Kathys.
No more Kathys. No more Mitches.
Oh God, I think Kathy and Mitch was like the perfect names for us to choose.
Oh God.
Oh,
That was a good one, though.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. All right.
All right, moving on to relationships.
Yeah, let's get into these relationships here.
All right,
What do we
let's
got?
go. I, 24 male, don't want to come off as weird to my apparent guardian angel, 40 male. This one's interesting and kind of heartwarming in a way.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I was getting creep vibes from it at first, so I'm like,
It's not creepy.
Turn this
it's
around
just
for me.
Like, it's hard to tell with just a title, but it's more like this 24-year-old male just didn't know what to do in life, and this person kind of just set them on the right path.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Yeah, it's kind of wholesome. Most of my life after high school has been me skipping from job to job, either because of my inability to perform the job, laziness, or just plain rudeness on my part. This probably all has a lot to do with a lack of a good relationship with my father. I've struggled, even in childhood, to find anything I'm passionate about. Often when I try something new, I'll get really excited about it and then be done with it after a week or two. This pattern has led to severe depression and terrible relationships in most parts of my life. I have a few friends who are close and supportive, but they are so keenly aware of how untrustworthy I am just because I change my mind about who I am and what to believe so often. I feel like this kid has undiagnosed ADHD and anxiety and depression, but whatever, that's neither here nor there. About a year and a half ago, I went to get my haircut at a barbershop near the house. I had recently become miserable in my latest endeavor, teaching music. I had never met the barber, and he had never met me, but he asked me a few questions, and I grudgingly answered. He stopped cutting my hair, looked me in the eye, and said, "You just need to be a barber." I laughed, and he reiterated, "No, I'm serious. There's a school right down the street. You need to be a barber." I'm like that too. I think more people need to be in trades rather than career. Not that trades can't be a career, but like a white collar career, like a 4-year university degree, blah blah blah. I feel like that's forced down people's throats, and it's not the recipe for success anymore like it was in the 70s. Right. It's not like I go to college, I get this job, I make $100K a year, I can get a house and 3 cars. That's not how it works anymore. And there's also a lack of people serving occupations that there's so many job openings for things that still bring joy to people that they don't feel are, I don't know, how would I say it, high profile enough.
Oh yeah.
There's like but they're excellent jobs, like being a barber. You can make so much money being a decent barber. Like I have a barber, I have like I have a very short pixie cut, and I go to a barber. I love my barber. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I pay him so much money to fade my hair, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like there's such fulfillment in working with your hands, and I hate that America right now, in the last 20 years or so or longer, it's been like, nope, gotta go to college, gotta do this.
Gotta become a cog in the fucking wheel.
Because most of those things are just looked down upon as being not good enough, in the sense of, well, you could have gone to college and done something else with your life. Yeah, but would I've been happy?
Exactly, and that's much more important.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I've worked a lot in the fucking corporate world with a lot of different jobs, whether they be like data centers or whatnot. And it is not fulfilling. You leave there miserable. You leave there realizing you are just another fucking replaceable cog.
Yep.
And you don't feel like you've done anything tangible. Like that's what's so weird about that mindset is, like, a lot of people are like, you could really do something, and it's like, okay, well, in those jobs, what do you feel like you're doing? I don't feel like
you clock in and then you clock in at a computer.
Yeah, exactly. I don't feel like I'm doing anything for anybody. Whereas like a fucking barber, like they're making people look how they want to look, like they're helping
and feel better.
Yeah, like these are all real fucking jobs, and like we definitely need a more of a paradigm shift away from the corporate white collar bullshit for sure.
Yeah. And this barber like looked him in the eyes and said, "No, this is an outlet." And I do that with bartending, and I'm a makeup artist, and I kind of have my hand in a lot of different flyers or whatever. But like, I have a trade. I can work anywhere in the world and make a very good salary. Literally, you stick me behind any bar, I'll figure it out. And that's not something everyone has, there are some jobs that obviously are irreplaceable: doctors, lawyers, etc., like infrastructure, right? But there's so much to say about just being creative and working with your hands and using your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure.
Not
For
everything
real.
has to be about, like, having an alphabet soup title after your name. Well, I'm so and so Esquire. Suck a dick. I don't care. But anyway, there's more. There's more to this
Okay.
Okay.
Back into the story.
Yeah, back to the story. Sorry, guys. I
Reel this tangent out.
Sorry.
This is passion based.
Yes.
All right? This is a tangent
Yeah.
from passion.
Yeah. Flash forward to a year and a half. I've graduated barber school and I have a job cutting hair. I've never been more excited or passionate about anything in my life aside from getting married. The process of getting to this point has been insanely difficult, but also extraordinarily fulfilling. I've never felt this way. It's almost as if okay, I'm getting back on my tangent. It's almost as if the 4-year college getting a corporate job system doesn't work. It's crazy. It makes people unhappy. Wow, what a shock. It's like no matter how much life sucks, I always have comfort in knowing that I'm on a road to becoming a better barber. To put it simply, this is the first time I've stuck with anything for more than 8 months, and I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. During every step of the process of becoming a barber, this man has been a guardian angel. He has not only directed me to the school, but somehow got my tuition rate lowered by speaking with the school owner without my... Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? And what corporate, like, the CEO is going to help you like that?
Yeah.
They're not going to take you under the wing.
Yeah.
They're not. Because Right. He encouraged me every time I felt unsure or afraid and let me stand next to him for hours on his shop and taught me everything I didn't get to learn at school. Tricks of the trade and his special secrets he's learned over the years. My wife, I know unbelievable that I'm married given my background, was ready to divorce me and break up with me, but this man and his wife counseled us, helped us make it through the year of barber school. As the icing on the cake, he secured a job for me, cutting right next to him at his brother's barbershop. This is just a sampling of the pure graciousness this person has shown me. Every time I'm around him, I want to express to him how thankful I am and how I want to make him proud. It's like he's the father I've never had. But for some reason, I'm afraid he'll be put off if I thank him. I'm not sure what it is. I feel like I owe this man everything that I care about. If it weren't for him, I'd be working in McDonald's, single and probably suicidal. No hate on McDonald's workers. It's just not for me. I just want to show him that his grace has not been taken for granted. I want to make him proud. I know this is probably really lame for this sub, but it's so hard for me to wrap my head around him or thank him without weird. He is a son of his own. I don't want him to feel uncomfortable by making him feel like I look at a figure. I don't know if this is wrong or not. Any advice is welcome. TLDR, my guardian angel, and is still helping me get there. And I'm an awkward man baby that feels like I have a new father and want to tell him I immensely appreciate him, but don't know how, and I don't want to seem weird about it. Yeah, that's the story.
That is very wholesome. That is very wholesome.
I like seeing people like better themselves and realize that, like, what society tells you isn't necessarily for you, and it doesn't make you a bad person, and it doesn't mean that you don't have your life together. It just means that grind of working till you're 65 and just working a commute, an hour and a half drive every day back and forth, that's not for everyone, and it doesn't have to be. And you're not weird for not wanting that.
Yeah.
You're not a fuck up for that.
No, that's a big thing is, especially with like in our generation right now, we've been kind of like stuck in that middle. Like we have these parents that like the boomer parents that have told us you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this, and I look at so many people that I've known or that from my generation that went to school like that are miserable with their stuck working at a job where they're still paying off their student loans. Mm-hmm. They don't feel like they've actually learned anything because so much of it is like you're not even going to school for that specific trade nowadays. It's just like get a piece of paper to say that you did it. Okay, cool. What the fuck? What does that have to do with what I'm doing in this office? Literally nothing. It just says that you were willing to put yourself in debt. Cool. Yeah. Great. Awesome.
Right.
And now you're miserable. Yeah. And now you have these student loans, and now you're working this job that you're still miserable at because you don't feel like you do anything. And that's so many corporate jobs or quote unquote office jobs. You don't feel like you're doing anything. Or
you're not.
Yeah. And especially when your whole job is something that like is just you exist to make money for the company. You know, I used to work as in doing telemarketing essentially for American Express. My entire job was cold calls to CEOs and CFOs of companies, and all I was supposed to do was set up a meeting with one of those people of whatever company to meet with somebody from American Express. That was my job. What was I selling? What was I doing? What was I doing for anybody?
Yeah.
Literally nothing. You know, like you're not doing anything. I'm setting up a call a meeting between American Express and some fucking multimillionaire somewhere. Cool. And I get dick for it. Like, you know, like
Right.
That's so many of these jobs. So I think that this dude took this guy under his wing and basically improved his life dramatically. That's really fucking awesome. Yeah.
And maybe one day, you know, if he feels uncomfortable with telling, because men are weird about like showing their feelings or telling people how they feel, whatever, go to therapy. But if one day he wants to show this person his gratitude, he can open his own shop and do the same thing to someone else.
Yes, exactly. Pay it forward.
Be a mentor, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think there's a lot to like being a barber, being a hairdresser, being a makeup artist, being a bartender. There's a lot to that. Like, you can make money. If you're good at it and you care about it, you can absolutely be successful. Right now, I work at a bar that the clientele is mostly like Wall Street people. And they will definitely try to verbally abuse me or try to look down on me. And it's like, first of all, sir, I make the same amount of money as you, and you're here drinking your pain away.
Yeah.
I am not. I don't go home and get wrecked every night. I know that I'm also like, I'm not the typical bartender where like I remove myself from the party scene. That's not normal. There is a lot of mental health issues in like hospitality for obvious reasons. But these men definitely try to like look down on me like, I work for like JP Morgan. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You're here every single day. You drink a $300 bar tab just by yourself every single day. I'm not impressed. I feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
But give me my money. Pay me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know, and I'm happy I did. I could have and actually my life was set up that way, to be honest. I was supposed to just go to college, work some be a doctor, be a lawyer, do the thing you're supposed to do that everyone tells you you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And I don't regret it at all.
Yeah. There's unfortunately that stigma that if you go into any of these trade jobs, you just haven't done enough. And what we're seeing now and what we have been seeing for, the past like 15, 20 years is a lack of people with those trade skills because they're not going to like the trade colleges, right? They're going to these 4-year universities, learning dick, and then coming out with a piece of paper that, oh, great, you got a master's degree, cool. Still no fucking job for you, though. So, like, now you're in debt, and you have no job. So, like...
And you have to work at Target now.
And now you have to work at Target with your master's degree. So, it's unfortunate that that society has... we've come from people building all, farms and all this industrial work and working with their hands and trade jobs and blacksmiths and all that stuff. And then we've moved into this corporate system where you have to work in these big cities and these big offices and wear your suit and go to work and look professional and do this. But nobody's fucking happy.
Yeah.
No one's happy. That's cool. You got all this money now and you can pay off your student debt, which is really where all the money's going anyway. You really don't have any fucking money.
Exactly.
And no one's happy doing their job. And now, but because they did that, they're looking down upon these people who are living comfortable lives, working as barbers, getting to interact with people the way they want to interact and work how they want to work. And it's unfortunate. It's just really, really unfortunate. And it's shady. You should not look down upon these people because, as we've seen from the pandemic, these people are way more essential than society previously thought.
Than your shitty little fucking office job.
Exactly.
Your little shitty office job got shut down, didn't it?
It got shut down, or you know what? You can literally do that shit from fucking home. Like, there's nothing, you're doing nothing special. And a big part of this, too, is that, like just society in the last 30, 40 years or whatever, with these trade jobs, has essentially conditioned everybody to assume that if you work for a trade job or any of these things, that you are less intelligent.
Yes.
Do you know how smart you have to be an electrician?
Exactly.
I mean,
you have to be so fucking smart to be an electrician.
Think about growing up as a kid, right? Watching like Rocko's Modern Life or fucking The Simpsons or anything like that, right? What was like the go-to job that always got made fun of was fucking plumbers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know dick about plumbing. And like, you sit there and you look at like the infrastructure of your house, like, could you really tear into your walls and fix your fucking plumbing? Hell no.
Absolutely not.
But they were made fun of as these fucking fat, unintelligent slobs who fucking, always had their ass crack hanging out and but plumbers make fucking bank, and it's because it's a job you need to know a lot about. And it's also constantly changing because the infrastructure and the buildings and housing is constantly changing. This is all like, architecturally speaking, it's radically different everywhere.
Yeah.
Yet we grew up looking down on them. Like, we grew up making fun of plumbers as children, like, oh, look at these fucking plumbers,
Yeah.
Because
but guess what? That plumber's a business owner.
Exactly.
Makes 6 figures a year, has employees. Like, who's laughing now?
Yeah. Like, that plumber makes more than your fucking dad
has a
or mom
retirement account, and you don't.
Exactly. and that's the thing, is like we've all been just so heavily conditioned to believe that there's a lack of intelligence and that all of these positions, people make fun of fucking truckers and shit. And it's like, dude, how do you think you get anything? How do you think anything you buy, any item, and whether it's for your consumer or your business or literally anything, how the fuck do you think you get any of that? These people have to make their own routes. They have to, they're constantly like planning shit. There's so much more to all of these jobs but like, people want to, oh yeah, you're a trucker.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a lot to it too.
Yeah.
Like, so
And honestly, the amount of effort that goes into these things like this, these people really aren't getting paid the amount that they should be getting paid anyway.
No, definitely not. Definitely
At all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you said, these people want to sit in their fucking ivory tower and make fun of your, like, people that they think are down there in the fucking dirt, yet they have to come down into the dirt to enjoy what they fucking want anyway. Like, you got to go to that fucking bar to fucking drink that you look so down on. You look so down on the people in this bar, but you're in here drinking here, you piece of shit. Like,
you piece of shit, you're paying me.
Yeah.
You're paying me. You're dumb.
Yep.
Like,
I got you, bitch.
Yeah. You literally have the power here. You can go, hey, fuck you. Get out. You're not being served here.
Right.
Like, you have the, like, to think, like, oh god,
you came to see me. I don't go upstairs to JP Morgan Chase and say hello to you on my lunch break.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Man.
It's true.
What a good story.
I know. That was a very wholesome story in the end. I know we're very angry.
I'm glad he found it.
And really, I agree with the idea of just pay it forward.
Yeah.
Because somebody who's doing something like that for you, they're not expecting anything in return. They're not. This dude's not expecting you to fucking do some amazing thing for him. Just pay it forward. That's what like maybe somebody did that for him at some point in time.
And he went right. So don't fuck it up and pay it forward.
Yeah, just pay it forward. And honestly, and if you do feel like you need to do something, just fucking tell him. Just be like, hey, honestly, I am so fucking thankful for what you've done for me. Like, whether you realize it or not, you have made my life dramatically better. And just tell him. Let him know. Like, that's all you need. You don't need to give him anything. Just let him know. Like,
yeah, just say thank you. It doesn't have to be weird. I feel like he's making it seem more weird than it would be.
Yeah.
It's probably some bullshit guy thing or whatever the fuck.
Like a masculine,
whatever,
like whatever.
Just
which is why I covered that. I don't like talking about their feelings.
But no, those are good. Those are good. Both of those. Like, I mean, one got a little heated, but
I know. But at least this one was like, I'm glad he's young enough that he can like really fix his life, and I'm glad he didn't get a divorce, and he sees a light at the end of the tunnel. You know?
Yeah.
He dramatically turned his life around. He made the best of it, and the best way to honor what he was given is to just straight up give it to someone else, help somebody else out.
Yep.
These were
in
good.
10, 15 years. Yeah.
God, these were so good.
I thought I picked good ones.
Yeah, these were really good. Oh. Very sushi-sized bites, morsels.
I know.
It's true. All right, guys, that's it for the Minisodes, Minisode Monday. We are Sam, Sushie, and AJ. You can follow me at Sam Without a Plan. You can...
it's simply AJ. Literally just it's simply AJ. I'm on Twitter. I'm doing whatever the fuck. So
yeah, and I'm Sushi Monster IE, and we will link all of the things if you just want to click it and help us out.
Yeah,
definitely follow the podcast for sure. Like ESH podcast. We know whenever we have any other little things besides like the clips we post on there, we'll be posting them on that as well. So
yeah, if you have any additional opinions or you think our opinions are wrong or different in the, you leave a comment on YouTube, or you can also add us on Twitter. We might
send us an email. Do something. We'll figure out. We'll read it. We'll look into it.
Yeah. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Give us that good old ass positive review, and we'll be back next time.
Next Wednesday, we got a full episode coming up, and then another Minisode on Monday, as usual, like fucking clockwork.
Yeah, it's wild.
It is wild.
All right, take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.